Welcome to the Odesk training on how to get a sponsoring assistant now that 30-second sponsoring is no longer in business, and providing sponsoring assistants to contact and sponsor leads for you. Actually, the process is really easy and very rewarding, as you're quickly going to find out. So all you have to do is go to Odesk and click on create an account and sign in. And once you sign in, it will look like this. So once you sign in, it'll show your open jobs that you have posted. Now you can find work as someone who's like looking for work, and you can also recruit. You can place a job posting, and posting a job is really simple. They have these posted job buttons everywhere, and I'm going to show you exactly what my job posting looks like. So as you can see, I did a very simple job posting, extremely similar to something that you might post. Didn't even make it so attractive, and there's other Odesk videos that I'm going to include that can show you how to make your job descriptions more attractive and more specific. So it says in the job description, I need someone to contact leads from a network marketing company that I'm receiving from a quality lead generation source. All leads have requested to be contacted. The work may start out as only 2 to 3 hours per week and will scale up as the success of this project does. Thank you for considering my offer. So I posted this job less than a day ago. And let's see how many job applicants we have at this point. So here's a look at the 22 applicants that have applied to work for us, and I'm going to sort them by rate. Start with lowest rate. So you can see the rates will start out as little as $1.11 an hour. And if you've already seen the other Odesk videos, I target people from the Philippines because their English is really good, and the Philippines is a outsourced call center capital of the world, seemingly. There's so many call centers there from major US companies, actually global companies. So I usually like to target people from there, and usually you're going to find people starting around the $3 mark, $3.33 an hour. Now, Odesk charges like a 10% commission, and so the $3 goes to the employee and 33 cents goes to Odesk. That's why the strange number is there. So you're just gonna go through all of your different employees. You can see there's a couple for $3.33. Then it goes up to $4.44. This person says specialized in outbound selling. You'd be surprised, a lot of the people that you're going to interview are going to have a lot of experience in call centers. I've been in a call center for 4 years now. I've learned a lot that can benefit your company. I'm a very optimistic person, can work with less supervision. I can start at any time. And you may want to think, let's see, they've had 2 contracts, a total of 34 Odesk hours. This is what you want to look. You want to look down to the recent work history and the feedback that they're getting. This person only worked 2 hours. They got paid $13, and they got really good feedback, and they did okay on outbound sales skills test. So Odesk will give different tests to see how the person rates, and so you can use that stuff sometimes. I've hired people that have scored really horribly, and when I talk to them on the phone, and it's really easy to interview people using Skype, which is free for them and free for you. Once I talk to them on the phone, I kind of got an idea of how they interacted with people on the phone. And so, I've worked with people for more than 2 years when their scores weren't so great. What you're going to want to look at is feedback. If they don't have a lot of positive feedback, that can be a problem, because you don't want someone saying that they're working for you and then have them not do a good job. What's great about Odesk is that you can monitor their work through Odesk. They actually have to log into Odesk to log their hours, and you can listen to what they're doing. They take screenshots of their computer, and you can kind of track what they're working on. So they have a really great system for keeping track of what the employees are doing. So let's scoop back. And also you're going to get some people that belong to groups. So this is Telemarketers Group of Davaho, and here's another person from that same group. And what's great is that you're going to pay a little bit more because they're going to pay the employee like $3, and the person that organizes the group is going to take like $1. So this one is $4.44 an hour. But what's great is that usually the telemarketers that belong to some of these groups within Odesk, they're of a higher quality because the group leaders interview them for experience and for skills and whatnot. And also, if you don't like what's going on, you can contact the group leader and they'll have 20, 50 other people working for them, and you can ask for someone else, and you can kind of be more specific about the type of person that you're looking for, and most likely the group leader is going to know the right fit for you. So we're going to scroll down and check Marianne's feedback. Look, she's getting 5s, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5. And this has been, look, 17 hours, 20 hours, 6 hours, 2 hours, 5 hours. That's pretty good. This has been since November. They're tracking this feedback. So that's pretty good. She'd probably be someone that I would call if I was willing to pay, in that range. And if you're looking for someone in the $3 mark, definitely give other people a try. But that's generally what you're going to end up paying, between $3 and $4 an hour. And if a person is really efficient, they can get a lot of leads contacted for you within an hour. And if you take the Sponsoring Mastery course, and if you really understand, and what's great is that you can also give the Sponsoring Mastery course all the stuff that you have access to either in the Global Family Marketing back office or at Marketing Mastery University. Share all these trainings with your sponsoring assistant that you're going to be hiring. And if you watch the videos yourself and kind of understand what you want from the sponsoring assistant, it makes it easier for them as well. If you contact them and say, I'm not sure what I want, I guess watch these videos. Chris told me to hire someone. So you kind of have to have an idea of what you want from the people. And so you can see, the rates can go up to $6.67. And here's, $5. Now, what you're also going to find is that sometimes you can pay a little bit more per hour for someone that has a lot of experience, and they'll be able to help you out that much more. It might be worth it paying, more per hour because they'll have more experience and they'll be able to get a lot more work done for you a lot more efficiently. So this is essentially the process. It's really easy, and the whole process of hiring someone is really huge. And you might not find the best person on your first try, but just going through this whole process and learning as essentially as the sponsoring assistant is learning as well. This is one of the things that I've said, like, you can't replace the street knowledge of marketing. You can't replace the education you're going to get by going through these processes yourself. And I created a huge business where I made a lot of money, essentially starting out just like this. I was hiring outbound callers for certain campaigns and certain work that I was doing. And then I became pretty good at it. And someone asked me to, set up a small call center for them. And then, I really didn't know how to do it. I just went and found people, and I used certain technologies that I became familiar with, and which one of them I'm going to show you right now. And I basically learned a lot about this industry and, made a small business out of it, pretty profitable business, just by doing exactly what I'm teaching you to do right now. So this is where you can find someone to contact and sponsor leads into your business for you. And this is how you do it. You just, you hire someone, you let them watch the Sponsoring Mastery videos. You can tell them specifically which ones to watch. You give them the scripts that are included in the download sections at Global Family Marketing or Marketing Mastery University. And they'll be all set. Then go through the process with them. And you're going to see that you're only going to be able to convert a small percentage of the leads. If you're doing anywhere from 1 to 5 out of every 100 leads, like that's huge. And if you're sponsoring, 1 in 100, 1 in 150, like that's really good. And again, everything comes down to ROI. Everything comes down to your return on investment, how much money you're spending and how much you're getting in return for the money that you're laying out. And that's why the ROI Profit Secrets course is so incredibly important, because no one accurately knows how to calculate home-based business ROI. It's a very difficult thing, because what is the value of a distributor? The distributor might be in your business for 3 months or for, 20 years, and it's hard to calculate. So just understanding these concepts, ROI concepts in general, will help you with, making sure that you're getting your money's worth in regards to your sponsoring assistant. So I'm going to shoot over to one quick advanced tip that I'm going to share with you guys, and here we go. So here's one of the secret advanced strategies of advanced callers, Phone Burner. You can also purchase Phone Burner through one of my stores at globalfamilyleads.com. I'm not sure what store it is at this point. And if you do, I get a commission. Thank you very much for that. And if you don't do it that way, if you do it just straight through the company, that's fine as well. But what Phone Burner does, it's a technology. I think it's like $100 or $200 a month, something like that. But you can import, 500 leads, 1,000 leads, and it allows your caller to just go so fast through all of these leads. And if they get an answering machine, like a answer machine, that's so old school. Geez, that's like very 80s of me. If they get voicemail, then they can click a button and it automatically leaves a pre-recorded voicemail message from either you or your sponsoring assistant, and then they can automatically move on to the next call. It's pretty amazing. Once you start getting into the 3, 4, 500,000, 1,000 leads a day, you'd be surprised, but when you start pushing, your business, you can easily be contacting that many leads in a day. And here's just a last little tidbit about this business. All you have to do is, if something works on a small scale and you're realizing that you're ROIing and everything, that the results that you're getting are paying for your investment. So you can move from 100 leads a month to 100 leads a week, then to like 100 leads a day, then to 200, 300, 500 leads a day. As long as the process keeps paying for itself, that's the one thing that I feel that professionals really get, that newcomers really have a hard time grasping. And if it takes you 2 years to grasp it, that's fine. But what's really important is that don't be afraid to step on the gas. And, what I learned, again, street knowledge, with being an investor, being a stock market investor, getting into real estate investing, is that if something works on a small scale, if you find say with advertising online, you're like, oh my God, I spend $10 and I get back $15 every single time. So we'll spend $100 and get back $150, spend $1,000 and get back $1,500. And that's the idea. And usually, where professionals will really make a killing is that they'll find something that works and then they'll maximize it like right away. They're able to jump on an opportunity because sometimes that opportunity isn't there forever. Whether it's a really great lead source, or you're finding a great place to advertise for leads online or offline, and they're wise enough to jump on things right away and really maximize it because they know sometimes things can work for a week or a month or a year or 2 years, but it's never forever. But Phone Burner, amazing product, and that's about it. So this whole process, you probably took the 30-second sponsoring course already. I'm explaining how to get your own sponsoring assistant. I'm going to put some of the sponsoring mastery videos after this, so you don't have to jump over to that course. You can check out the videos on over the phone sponsoring, and you just download the scripts. If you're going to start doing this stuff yourself, that's fine. Sometimes I recommend it if you don't mind it, because there's nothing better than experiencing something yourself for when you're training a sponsoring assistant. So like you've kind of done it a little bit, and then you can say, okay, we'll do this or don't do this. And if you're completely petrified of being on the phone, like that's fine. Just hire someone. These people are professionals, and they've probably been doing it for a long time. Just hire them and don't worry about it. And then what you can do is you ask them to record all of the calls, and they can send you the recordings, and you start listening to them. And if there's things that really stick out to you that you think that they should change, then you can make those suggestions, because you do have more experience on the phone with over the phone selling than you realize, because you've been sold to so much. And so if you've ever bought anything over the phone or bought into anything over the phone, you might remember some of the things that the person on the phone said to you, how they made you feel, et cetera, et cetera. So, don't be afraid to give feedback to the person who's contacting leads for you. And also, you have to be able to discipline your disappointment by having appropriate expectations. If you're thinking like, well, I purchased 100 leads and I didn't get anyone sponsored in my business. It may not be the sponsoring assistant. It may be your business. It may be your replicated website. It may be that batch of 100 leads. I mean, sometimes you can buy 100 leads or 200 leads and sponsor 3, 4, 5 people. And sometimes you buy a batch of 500 and none of them are good, but the idea is that it's a numbers game. And if any of as you visit some of the lead sites I'm going to recommend you guys to, they're always going to tell you that you can't judge a 100 lead package all by itself. You have to judge your results over like a 6-month period and over a 1-year period, because it really is a numbers game. You just have to keep going at it, because the people that have requested to be contacted, they're looking for something. They might not be ready to join something right away, but they've at least gone online and filled out a form because they want to be contacted about an opportunity. There's something in their life that's telling them that they need to go in a different direction, and maybe the home-based business world is the answer. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And don't worry if you go through this process and it's a little intimidating at first. I completely understand. Hiring someone for the first time, can seem a little daunting, but just stick with it. And all of this, every single thing that I'm having you do is an educational process. It's not just watching the videos. It's all of the actions that are required in putting all this stuff together that can really help you become a professional home-based business entrepreneur. Okay? I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.